welcome to another episode of Carrie's Corner. I'm your host, Carrie, and thanks for joining me in my corner.
So, for today's episode, I have an amazing guest. I am super excited to have her here. This has been a long time in the making. Okay, this is the CEO of COE, Content Over Everything. She is a businesswoman, Wonder Woman, fitness guru, boss babe, and the one of the baddest baddies to touch Alberta, point blank Canada, point blank worldwide. My best friend, Ty.
Hey guys.
um, so Ty, thank you for joining me on
Thank
this.
you for having me.
Of course. Why don't you tell everyone how we met and what was your first opinion of me when we first met?
Oh my goodness. So we met, I think it was what, 2016,
About that,
I want to
2016,
say.
2017? Yeah, about that.
Yeah, around that. So we met in university. Um, I think I just finished like practice or something,
Hmm.
and then you were like upstairs, like walking around. She was working at the gym and she was walking around with the clipboard because she had to do like, do the checkup and stuff
So
like
bad
that.
walk arounds, but whatever.
And it literally, we just started talking. We were watching some type of practice happening, and I just start telling this girl my whole life
And
story.
I'm sitting there like, okay, what happened next?
Like it was crazy. Yeah.
And it was, yeah, oh, what was your first opinion of me?
Um. Well, that wasn't the first time that I saw you.
Okay, when
I
you
don't.
first saw me then, what was your first
When I
opinion?
first saw her, first of all, there was no black people in that school. Okay, we had two black girls on my team, but like, yeah. So I seen her. It was at King's Lounge at the party. It was like the new student party, and she was dancing, and she was just shaking that nyash. Cool girl over there. And then I was like, oh, like she seems cool and like lit, Like I didn't know you were the nursing people.
Yeah.
And then when I seen you like walking around upstairs, I'm like, yo, let me go talk to this girl.
And tell her like my life story. Love it. That's amazing. I would say my first opinion of you, because I always saw you around the school. I don't know exactly when the first time like I saw you was, but like all I remember specifically is, do you remember your glasses? Like your
Oh my God.
she had these metal frame glasses that she'd wear. And I just thought you were so cool though. It was just like, damn, she's cute. Like she's a bad bitch. And again, there's like population zero black people in not even our school in Alberta, point blank
Bruh.
period. So like yeah, so like when I see a chick and I'm just like, oh, like she's my type. I was like, like her. And then when she just like came to me, started telling me her life story, like I was invested because I was like, we're supposed to be best friends. Like she ain't got a choice.
I
Um,
don't know why I started saying all that stuff.
it was cute though. Like I felt honored, and especially knowing who you are now, I really felt honored.
Crazy.
Alrighty, Ty. So for our first segment, it is called. There's a hair in my face. Okay. It's called Into Your Body Yaddy. All right. And it's where we talk about health, fitness, and just all things relating to the physical body. So, my first question for you is how do you feel about workout partners and friends wanting to come with you and come with you to the gym and work out with you?
Um, don't come with me. Like workout partners, I really don't like working out with people.
Fair.
And then people's, yeah, nah. Especially like for me, it's like if you want to work out with me, book a session.
Honestly, though, pay me for my time. Time is money.
Yeah,
Like,
because a lot of people who want to work out with you or friends that want to go to the gym, like they don't actually work out and they're about to waste your time.
yeah.
And sometimes when I have a friend come out, I actually will work out in the morning and then go with them to the gym later.
Okay, someone called me crazy for doing that because honestly, same. Like I've like at work or even here, I'll be like, "Oh, like can I work out with you?" Blah blah. And especially if I know they're not like I don't want to say serious about their fitness, but like
They're not serious.
you said it, not me. But if they're, I guess more, I guess not to the same capabilities and maybe interests in the fitness world that I am, I will go and do my own workout first, and then I will go and work out with them because I know that our workouts will either be more talking or it'll be more like essentially me training you and giving you free personal training. which doesn't sit well with me, but that's a whole other topic. But yeah, I'm right there with you, and I'm glad I'm not the only one because someone called me crazy for working out twice, and I'm like, okay, but the second one's not even a workout. Like,
Yeah, it's not. Unless you're like maybe up to like the same par as me, like I'll work out with you,
yeah,
but I'll still be like almost like training you anyways. Like
mm-hmm.
that's fine. And but I don't know, like I don't work out with girls anyways, so
And that's another thing because like I've always pushed, like women need to like push themselves harder, and I say that as like a masses because like obviously I like to think that me and you are kind of one of those anomalies that like we lift heavy because like we know that we're not going to walk around like Johnny Bravo if we pick up
oh
a
my
heavy
God.
weight. But a lot of women unfortunately still think that's a real thing that like if they lift heavy that they're going to bulk up and look like a man even though like that's just not how it works. That's not how science is. Um but yeah, so like it's difficult finding women that not only that you can work out with, but are willing to, I guess, like push you to that
Hmm.
same level. And so oftentimes I do find it easier to just work out with guys because they're not going to sit there and look at me and be like, "What do you mean we're picking up the 80-pound weights?" Like,
Bro, some niggas still be saying that.
true, but still, like, pick up the damn weight and shut up.
Even just hearing you say this, listen, just don't work out with me. Like now I'm like, actually no, I don't want to work out
Trigger
with
alert!
anybody.
Trigger alert! No, but honestly, and like I think we're a perfect example because like we both, I like to think, are on very similar fitness capabilities in terms of pushing ourselves hard and taking our fitness seriously. Obviously, we both have different strengths and weaknesses, but like we literally just went to the gym today and we're like, okay, have a good workout.
And most people would have been in their fields, like one
Yeah,
or the other. It's like they're gonna be like, "Oh, what? We're not working on." No,
right? And I was just like, bye. And even like we'd like walk past each other and like, like and I think I almost felt guilty. I was like, oh, I should probably like go say hi or something, or I
if you
should like
didn't, I'd have
whatever.
been like, "Oh, good. Let me finish."
That's what I mean. Like it's not even that deep, but I would just be like, okay, I guess I'll just go say hi, or like, let's give a like a wave or nod when we walk past. But there's times where like it's not even like I didn't see you, but it's just like you're just in your zone and you're
Yeah,
just like,
clocked in.
yeah, like you're just focused on the next thing. And I'm okay with that because like I want to listen to my music. I want to like get in the zone. Like I don't want to be like unracking my weight to go put on no 10 pounds or no 15 pounds for someone else. Like respectfully. Plates. We are full of plates over here.
Oh my God, that's like the worst. Taking
No,
it off and then it's just the bar. Like,
no, I'm telling you. And again, there's nothing wrong. Like everyone starts from somewhere. Like I will always preach it when I first started working out. Like I remember on leg press, like perfect example. Like I could barely do a plate, like one plate on each thing, just because I was green to the gym. So it's like to me, these two plates were the most intimidating thing ever. And like me seeing a woman who I remember this chick, she was like 60, 65, and she put like a plate and like a 25, and I was like, damn, she's strong. Now, like, that's not even my warm up. My warm up is like four plates total, two plates aside. So it's like everyone starts somewhere, you know what I mean? So like I'm not shitting, and I hope nobody takes this way. We're not shitting on anyone who like from where they're starting at. Everyone has to start somewhere. I think it's just when people aren't willing to push themselves. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And it's like the only way you will get better, get stronger, get the results that you want is if you push yourself. Like, I am so tired of seeing girls go to the gym and do donkey kicks with these little 5 pound weights thinking they're gonna grow an ass. And they're like, I'm just trying to get glutes. Or, trigger alert. Um, they'll go on the Stairmaster and they're hunched over and all their weight's on their arms. And they're like, I do stairs because I'm trying to grow a butt. Where?
yeah. Like you shouldn't be really doing that unless you're doing like the full max,
Yeah.
like, and that means you're like basically running up the stairs.
Yeah, and you're also not using your arms. Like, like stand up straight, stop having scoliosis, and like use that shit properly.
You've seen me hunched over to snow thoughtful.
It's
It's full speed.
that's hilarious. But I think I'm on the same page with you in terms of like workout partners. Um, like I'm okay with we can go to the gym together and we can leave together, but like
Yeah, bro. Like, don't. Ugh.
yeah, like being all up under me the entire workout, I'm gonna get mad eventually, and I'm just gonna be like, like
Yeah. If I'm leading the workout and we're just doing what I'm doing, then cool. Just don't be saying anything else.
you know what I mean? Or like I think if we agree like, hey, we're gonna work out together and like I'm leading the workout or you're leading the workout, but it's like we also know, okay, headphones will be on and like
Yeah, like this is not a social like event.
no, exactly.
Like we can actually like talk after the gym.
Absolutely. We can talk before, we can talk after. Shit, like you can FaceTime me like the remaining
Like
however many days of the hours of the day, but like yeah, gym time is like I don't know. That's my like me time. That's my clarity time.
I
Like,
actually hate that. Like now that I'm thinking about it.
mm,
And it's funny, like when I came here, I was just like, I'm like, because when you're like, oh, we're gonna go to the gym, I was
mm.
like, okay, like I wonder if she's gonna lead the workout, if I'm gonna lead the workout. And then we got there, and then we're like, okay, bye. I was like, all right, cool.
Literally, like we spent the first like 30, 45 minutes just recording content, which you'll see on our social medias, and all of our foolishness. But after that, we're like, okay, it's later. And then like we really just like regrouped after when it was time to just like stretch and like
Yeah,
record a little bit more content. But and even then, like we were still just like doing our own thing. We weren't just like, "Ah." But yeah, okay. I love that. I love that take. Okay, my second question for you in the body yaddy segment is would you tell your friend or partner or someone that you like
I'm
your person,
scared.
your your peoples, would you tell someone in your close like group that they should start taking their health more serious if you saw that they were kind of falling off?
Hey, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Listen, first of all, disclaimer: I'm not mean. I'm very straightforward. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Like you're getting fat, bro. And I'm gonna say that might sound mean and like I don't know, maybe that's not politically correct. I don't care. But I'm gonna tell you. If you want me to tell you, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
But like my friend, like I have a friend, like girl, come on. Like we all can see, like your clothes can
Yeah,
see.
it's not the clothes.
And it's like then she wants to ask me some idiot question. Am I getting fat? And I'm like, do you want me to tell you the truth?
Can you handle the truth?
And it's like, yeah, I'm not the friend to ask these questions. I'm not gonna lie. Go ask somebody else and then come back and talk about it with me.
But then also go talk to her after you've had your emotional cry with someone else. She's not the friend.
Because I'm gonna be like, okay.
Yeah, she won't give it to you straight. Listen, I've known her for quite a few years. I know.
I mean, I'd want someone to tell me.
That's fair.
So it's like I'm if you want me to tell you,
Yeah,
then I'm gonna tell you. But don't ask me a question that you don't want to hear the answer. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm
true.
gonna be like, yo, do you want me to tell you the truth? And if you want to hear the truth, just know it's gonna be point blank, period.
And I feel like so many people, like, I'm going on a little tangent here, but I feel like so many people say they want the truth and then they really can't handle the truth.
Can't
And then
handle
they
it.
want to call you the bad, like, you want to, they make you the villain in their story. And it's just like, my guy, you literally just told me you want the truth. So, like, who's in the wrong here? Like, who's not being honest with themselves? But yeah, no, see,
But wait, so wait, like if they ask, then I tell them, or I'm gonna go and be like, hey, you're not taking your health serious.
I think both, like,
Oh,
because
okay.
I think too, and I'll use myself as an example because, like, when I
Yo.
think of myself when I was at my largest, and we even talked about this when you like when she came to the city, because she doesn't live here. But I don't blame you, but
I decide I the camera. I didn't side out on that. I was like, yo, what were we talking about?
no, but like, so we haven't seen each other. Oh
A
my God, in
year.
like a year,
Since
yeah,
last year,
literally since
birthday.
my last birthday, and so even since then, I have lost a fair amount of weight, and I'm very transparent about my fitness journey and, before after photos, but like I've always been somebody that is constantly taking my gym photos and blah blah. So like you could really see like the transition. But we were saying like when I was at my largest or the size that I was a year ago, 2 years ago, I didn't even think I was that big. Like I knew I had some extra weight, but it's like I didn't see it that way. And then now that I can put a side by side to comparison, I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, whoa, whole other person right there. But the thing is, I've always taken my fitness seriously. I've
Yeah,
always gone to the gym. I've always been consistent. I've always been really big on like health advocacy and all that type of stuff. So like, and I mean, I have health things going on internally that like contributed, but like I still didn't let that be an excuse as to why like I'm not gonna give up on myself just because. So yeah, no, like I feel like it's helpful to have someone tell you because like sometimes you're kind of blind to it yourself. You know what I mean? Like I feel like body dysmorphia works both ways. Like yes, you can struggle to see your progress and if you've lost weight, but sometimes I feel like you can also struggle to see when you've kind of got a little extra, you know? Like maybe you just it's been a rough month and you
That's
just
why.
were a little more stressed. Like it happens. It is what it is. We're all human. But like yeah, because I've had it both ways. So like,
Really?
yeah, because like even when I was like, again, okay, so when I was at my biggest, obviously I had to climb the mountain to get there. Same way I had to descale that mountain to get down. So as I was like gaining weight, yes, there were moments where I was just like I don't like how this looks, or like oh, like my tummy, but like I also would like I think in my brainwash myself to be like I'm just bloated. I just ate too much cake today. Like, oh, like I would make up these excuses. So then, like, you know what I mean? Like, it got to a point where it's like, okay, bitch, it's not the cake. Like, you're not bloated.
Yeah,
It's been a 2 year bloat. Like,
that's crazy.
so it's like when I think to that, it's like, and again, you see yourself every day. So sometimes it's hard to
Yeah,
see,
that's the thing too.
right? So it's like, and then I don't know. Like again, we're human, and like I don't think it's absolutely normal for the average person to, for example, be the same size that you were in high school or like when you were a kid, you know what I mean? Like you're an adult, so you're in your adult body, you have an adult figure, so therefore like yeah, obviously like your pant size is going to change or your like dress size is going to change to whatever that needs to be. And so with that, I'm kind of like I just make up excuses again. I'd be like, well, yeah, I need to go up in size. My ass is getting fat. I'm doing like all these deadlifts at the gym. Well, the ass is getting fat, so is everything else. So, like, I guess yeah, my question is like, would you even like pipe up and say something to like let's say your partner or
Oh,
let's say
yeah.
your or your friend or your family member if it's just like maybe they aren't seeing it. And maybe they do, but like they're not vocalizing it and they don't seem to be wanting to do anything different. So like, do you think you would have that conversation with them? Like you'd approach it first and not let them come to you first?
Okay, boyfriend, yes, because I met you when you were fit, and I'm so sorry. I'm one of those people. Like, I cannot be with somebody that's not fit. Like, I can't do it.
That's fair.
That's just my
This
preference.
isn't like a lifelong athlete. She has been an athlete from day one. So like if you ain't giving her D1 babies,
It's just not like it's not correlating. It's not making sense to me.
yeah,
So like that person I'm telling, like, yeah, I'm grabbing your extra skin. Friend, okay, and then family member, yeah. I'm gonna actually like maybe like intermediate family member.
okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them.
yeah,
Friend, I don't know.
it's tough.
Because yo, people are so sensitive nowadays, especially females. Females are very sensitive.
Yeah,
I'm not a sensitive person, and it's like I'm gonna give it to you as the most sensitive way possible, and I feel like they're just gonna take it bad.
no matter what.
If you come to me and you're just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna start going to the gym," then I'm gonna be like, "Oh yeah, like you
Yeah,
should, because
yeah,
And
I got
then
you.
yeah,
I feel like I want to say, of course I would tell you. Because I'm that person where like if you got a piece of toilet paper on your shoe, I'm gonna tell you. I don't care if I know you or not. I'm gonna tell you. Or like if you have something in your teeth, I'm gonna just like I'm gonna let you know. Like I might not like broadcast it for the world, but like I treat others how I'd want to be treated. You know what I mean? So it's like if I would want someone to tell me, I keep that same mentality. Like, I'm gonna tell them. Or like if my breath smells bad or if I'm stinking, tell me. So like I might not go up to a stranger and say that. I mean, I'm gonna make it noticeable though because I'm very sensitive. But like if you're a good friend, like I will like pull you aside and be like, hey, like I don't know if you've noticed or whatever, but like it's coming from a place of
yeah,
love and like looking out for you. Now, in the terms of weight, I agree with you. We're like a very sensitive society nowadays. And yeah, and so people, instead of like seeing what you're saying or taking what you're saying for what it is, they want to like look into like ulterior anythings and they start conspiring and then they just, yeah, it's a whole thing. And I feel like, I don't know, people just need to kind of just like accept it. Like,
like okay. I have like these two friends, yo. They're gonna know I'm talking about them. I have these two friends,
Yeah.
and when I tell you, like, they order out food like all the time, and like they're ordering like KFC, Red Lobster. First of all, who eats Red Lobster anymore? Like that's so early 2000s. But Red Lobster,
That's a real update.
like they'll order stuff like that,
Yeah.
and like I'll be like, bro, like you're ordering food again, like you're always eating out again.
Yeah.
Like I'll say stuff like that, and it's like if you're not getting the hint, then I don't know what to tell you. And like, and then they want to come to me like jokingly. Well, I don't know if they're joking or they're being serious, but they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna start working out," and I'm just like, okay. Like, what do you want me to do with that information? Like, you're gonna start working out? I had a friend, she was like, "Oh, can I work out with you?" And I told her straight up, like, go to the month consistently for 1 month and we'll talk.
Yeah.
Other than that, leave me alone.
No, for real though, like pet peeve alert. There's gonna be a lot of triggers in this, and not for y'all, for me, and maybe for Ty. But like, I can't stand when someone wants to be like, "Can I come to the gym with you?" I'm gonna start coming to the gym with you. First of all, don't invite yourself because I don't like people. Second of all, like, what do you mean? Just I'm coming to the gym with you. I'm gonna come work out with you. You're always so motivated. I'm gonna come to the gym with you. Okay, then do it. Like,
Just go.
yeah, it's a public space. No one is stopping you. Like, especially at work when I have people saying that, I'm just like, bro, the gym is free. There's not even a membership. So why are you telling me your business? Just go. I don't sit there and announce every time I need to go to the gym. So like just do your thing and like walk with grace. But
What good Grace?
shout out Rolly. But yeah, no, like I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like just do it. You know what I mean? And like again, everyone has to start from somewhere. And I understand like it can be intimidating, it can be scary. And like, yo, I literally remember when I'd have like my Pinterest of workouts or like my little workouts on my phone, like when I was just starting out to figure out
That's
like
cute.
what type of workouts am I gonna do today? And like you just I don't know, you begin to be like grow and learn. And like I'd see people doing stuff at the gym and I'm like, oh shit, like I should do that. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
I'd wait till the gym is empty and I'd
Till this
go
day, I still do that.
exactly, because it's like I feel like there's just a like the world is such a big place and there's so much that you can learn. So like why would you limit yourself to like such a small box or such a small pigeonhole? And yeah, no. To not get off topic though, to come back full circle, I feel like yeah, I would if it was somebody I really cared about and it was getting to a point where I was just like, okay, like you're like why are you snoring and you're awake? Like, why are you huffing and puffing and you have not moved? Like, if I start like seeing that type of stuff and I'm like genuinely concerned for your health, or like you're coming to me being like, oh, I went to the doctor and he says I have high cholesterol and high blood pressure, yeah, rah, rah, rah. I'm gonna be like,
Oh my
okay.
god.
I might not position him being like, yo, you need to lay off the Cheetos.
Oh my god.
But I will definitely be like, okay, like, you know what I think would be a really good idea? Like, let's like make a goal for going for like again, I'm speaking maybe more if it's like someone close to me that I can see them on a regular
I'm sorry.
basis.
Just don't come to me and say I have high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, let's make a plan. And be like, no shit. Do you not see what you eat, bro? Like,
Dad, oh my gosh. But
I'm gonna just laugh.
but yeah, no, like I feel like I would phrase it in the sense of like, okay, like let's make a okay, what's an activity you like to do? You like to box? You like to do a class? You like Zumba? Let's Zumba. Let's go to Zumba once a week. Like I will be your cheerleader. Now, mind you, I'm not. You're not joining me on my workouts, but I'll come to you with yours. You know what I mean? And like,
Fair.
because I love the gym and I love like doing active things and staying fit. So like, I don't care if I go to the gym 3 times a day. Like if it's something that can be fun out of it, you know what I mean? I'll
Yeah.
get my stuff out of the way, and then after that, free game. Like I don't care if you want to sit there and even if it's just about getting you there, we walk on the treadmill for 15 minutes. You know what? That's 15 more minutes of fitness than you were doing prior to whatever
Exactly.
convo. So like it's just about starting. You know what I mean? But that's hilarious. Okay. Enough of this because I feel like we can go on for a while. Alrighty. So, our next segment ties and tangles. I'm not talking about this beautiful tie. I'm talking about relationships, friendships, I don't know, family ships, all the above. Um, but yeah, it's about all the connections that you have in your life. All right, so my first question for you. is, how do you feel about your friends being friends with your partner? And I'm gonna give you two scenarios. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. So, scenario one, your friend. Okay, I'll use me as an example. So, I don't know the person that you're seeing. Okay.
Okay.
And you introduce me to them. How do you feel about me gaining a friendship with said partner?
Okay. Okay, wait. You had two scenarios.
Okay, well, I was gonna let you answer,
Do
but
yeah, do the two scenarios.
okay, so then the second scenario is now if I knew that person prior to you guys getting a relationship. I might not have known them first,
Yeah.
but like before you guys actually like became whatever, me and this person already had some sort of a friendship established, and then you guys start dating, and obviously that friendship still continues, and then you guys start dating. So, how do you
Okay, just how do I feel about my friend being
like friends with your
my
person
oh, my
and
person?
like building that relationship, and like to what level are you kind of like, okay, you gotta,
Okay, this is actually funny because I literally had this conversation like 2 days ago with my friend.
yeah,
I actually like I rock with like my friends being friends with my man
okay,
because I mean I think that's cool. Like
yeah,
you guys can have like a friendship, like I don't know. Okay, let me speak for myself. For me, like, yeah, I'm gonna be friends with my man's friends because then it's like it's more calm, it's more chill
yeah,
when we all link together, like it's cool and stuff like that. And then like you can get exchange numbers. I think that's fine and stuff like
yeah,
that. But okay, now when we flip it, because bitches are shady, bro. And like there's some girls that like you can't introduce them to your man and and that's it. But I don't know. Like I used to have a friend like this, like way back, like a good 10 years ago, and like she would just get way too friendly, bro. And like I would introduce her to even my cousins and like Shorty's just mad friendly.
mm,
And I was like, hey, you're being weird.
yeah,
Like I didn't like that. But like I feel like the friends that I have now, like I feel like I'm cool with like their mans to a certain extent.
yeah,
And I feel like um yeah, like they would be fine. You know, like you were friends with
yeah,
like my ex.
yeah. And I feel like there's boundaries, you know what I mean? And there's just boundaries you don't cross. Like, and it was to the point that like, I mean, we all lived together at one point, but
Yeah.
like this girl up and left me all summer.
Okay, I didn't up and leave. You guys knew that I was going home
I know, I know.
and like I left and like they stayed in the same house together and like I had no
There's no any like no
yeah, I
issue
never
where
thought there was not once in my mind that I'm like, what are they doing?
if anything, I feel like I almost had more beef with your man because I was like, yo, Ty, every time I clean the bathroom, why is our beard hair all over the sink? Why is our hair in the shower? And like, I'm a germaphobe. My poor man right now hears from me every time. So it's like, if anything, I feel like her not being there and us living together almost caused more friction. Her ex is a wonderful person, and that's just me being petty. But
I don't know, what do you think?
I feel like,
Wait. And I also feel like it depends on the person, to be honest.
yeah, that's a
I
good
think it
thing.
depends because, like, for me, like, I rather hang around guys anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me, all of my ex-boyfriends, like, I was mad cool with their friends.
Yeah.
Like, if we'd go somewhere, like, even there's times where, like, I would, if we had to go somewhere, like, I would be, like, in their car or something like
Yeah.
that. Or it'd be, like, it would be no weird vibe,
Hmm.
you know? Like, we would have, like, handshakes and, like,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I feel like it just depends on one, the person's vibe,
Hmm.
and then like the person themselves.
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't know, like I grew up around guys, so it's like I'm not flirting with you, my guy.
Exactly. And I agree with you. Like, I think it's important for, listen, for me, I am such like, I value my close knit community so much. So it's just like, I don't like friction in any way, sort, nothing. I don't like friction in my clothes. I don't like a wedgie in my booty.
Yo.
And I don't want a wedgie in my friendships or my relationships or my life. So it's like, for me, like, it's important that the people in my life get along. Like, it's important that my partner gets along with my mom and my sister and my family members because,
Yeah.
again, they're important to me. It's important that my man gets along with my friends. It's important that my friends get along with my family. Like, all connections need to get along. And if there is any type of a hiccup or like, I don't know, like disruption, I'm kind of like, okay. Like it really makes me take a step back and like analyze like, okay, like where's the problem and who's the problem? You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
like what's the common denominator here? And like when I think back to like my traveling ass ex, I mean, I ain't gonna say with one, but
They're all tricks.
I know honestly they all are, but one specifically, uh, like my sister hated him. I mean, my mom is an angel and like loves everyone, but like even afterwards, she was just like, yeah, no, he wasn't it. And like I had friends that had friction with him. And when you're in a relationship, it's so easy to, you see your partner with rose-colored glasses. So like you make excuses for them. But like when I look back and I'm just like, you know what? It wouldn't have even worked out because like I'm not trying to sit here and play judge and jury every time I hang out with different people. Like I
Yeah,
like,
that's wild.
yeah, like I like harmony and like my man right now, my man, love him. He gets along with everyone. Like right now, as we're filming, him and my sister are besties and they're chilling upstairs, probably ragging on each other or watching dumbass YouTube videos, but like they're good, you know what I mean? And it's like even like when I hear you two just like vibing and like laughing, I'm just like it warms my heart. I'm like, ah, listen to
Yeah.
them hanging out and like getting along.
Yeah, he's cool, but like you see like personalities like that, like
Yeah,
those are the type of people that you can trust being around like your friends and family and stuff
yes,
like that.
big.
Because you know
They're not
like
gonna
it,
do no shady
exactly,
shit.
because the first time that I even met him, he
Yeah.
came and picked me up from your house.
Facts, yeah. I his well are now our place, but like Ty was staying at my old apartment, and again, because she doesn't live here, so I was like, oh, you can stay there, and like I'll just sleep over here, and yeah, I was like, yeah, can you go pick up Ty? Like I'm getting ready.
Yeah,
Like,
like and to me that wasn't even weird. I was just like, "Yo, what's up?"
yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, and there was never a thought in my mind where I was just like, oh, like is she gonna pull some shady shit, or is like,
That's crazy.
or he, yeah, like that thought never even occurred to me.
If
Now
that's crossing your mind, bro, that's not your friend.
but that's what I mean. Like ex friends or ex partners that I've had in my life, yeah, like those thoughts would have probably crept through, which is unfortunate to think because it's like you shouldn't even like those thoughts shouldn't even be a thing. Like your people should love you so much and instill like provide you with so much comfort that like you don't even worry about that or think about that. You know what I mean? So it's like to have them think about that, it's just like, or to have those thoughts creep into your mind is crazy. So I think I like when my people all get along.
Hmm.
And like, especially with my partner, again, it depends on who it is because I also believe not every friend is a best friend, right? So sometimes you have friends for specific things. Like I have friends that I'm like, I'm not calling you at 3 a.m. or like I'm not bringing you around my family or my man, but like if I don't have to, but at the same time, like I don't know, maybe we just like we go to Zumba together, or I don't know, I don't go to Zumba, but like you know what I mean? Like you go to a class
Yeah.
together, or like you have your gym bros where it's like you might chat it up at the gym, but it's like it doesn't really leave
Yeah, we're
the
not
gym.
friends.
Yeah, exactly. Or like I have people who are work friends, and it's like there's certain people where I just probably wouldn't let that friendship extend past work. And it's nothing personal. It's just, it is what it is. And then I do have work friends that it's like, I absolutely want you in my life and I think that you vibe well. So there's just friends for certain things. And like, not every friend is for everything. So I'm like,
You know what? Let's actually talk about that because people think it's weird that I say that. That I'm like, oh, I have friends for certain reasons.
there's nothing wrong with that.
And then they're like, what? Then that's not your friend. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I have friends that I like, if I know, first of all, I don't really go to the club,
Yeah.
but it's like, if we're going out, there's only a certain group of people that I'm going out with.
Cause you know that they're good for it. That's
Exactly.
their thing.
If I'm leaving the country, there's only certain friends I'm leaving the country with.
Mm.
Like, I'm not leaving the country with all friends.
Yo, for
But
real.
then there's friends where it's like they're well rounded enough that you can kind of do almost everything with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because like there's friends that like I could be like, hey, do you want to go to church on Sunday? And they'd be like, yeah, let's go. But then you couldn't bring over to the club. Or you can't be like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or even if like you're not drinking, if you have people around you that are drinking, like there's just certain people that look at like, yeah, certain friends for certain things. And there is nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't know, like I used to have people get offended when I go to work and I'd be like, yeah, like, listen, I'm not here to make friends. And they'd be like, and I'm like, why are you guys all acting like when you took your interview, you were sitting there like, okay, so how many friends am I going to be making? Like,
Like,
no, you're there for one reason, is to make money. And anything that you gain outside of that is just a benefit. Like, it's a bonus. It's
yeah.
not like a given or a guaranteed. So, like, when people get all butthurt about, like, oh, this person's not talking to me, this person's going to be my friend, it's like, are you in high school? Are you in junior high? Are you a
People use
child?
that word too loosely.
For real, and that's what I'm saying. And even for me to call you a friend, it's like in my own mind, you have had to pass so many tests and like I'm a watcher, I'm a people watcher and like I analyze and like listen, I am the insomnia queen, so my head is constantly replaying scenarios, or I'm in the shower and I'm just like, when that person said this, should I have said this? Or what did they really mean by that? Like, I overthink
Ah.
everything. So it's like, I've already, like, analyzed you in like 500 different ways. And, like, like the category you're in, like, you're in it for a reason. And it's hard to get out of that. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but like, yeah, there's just some people that are just they're best friends, they're well rounded, and it just works. And then there's some that it's like, you know what, you can stay in this box, and that's okay because that box fits you. You know what I mean? It's not too big, not too small, it's just right. So like, stay
Exactly.
there.
Stay in your lane, fam.
For real. That's awesome. We are now going to jump into the balance break. Okay, this segment we talk about mindfulness, mental health, protecting our peace, boundaries. It's about what's going on in our minds. Which for some people, I don't want to know what's going on in your mind, but
Yeah.
with you, I want to know. So, my first question: how do you feel about being vulnerable with your friends about your mental health, where you're at mentally and emotionally, um, and also even just like hearing about it, about their like from them? Like, look at this girl's eyes just went big. But yeah,
Um, I don't feel comfortable talking to my friends about like just mental health or like me and
emotions,
emotions.
yeah, all the above, yeah,
No, I don't feel comfortable because I just don't like the fact
yeah. Mm.
that I know that you know that I know that you know. I don't like that.
Did
Like
y'all follow that?
it feels so weird. And then also I just feel like no like I mean I guess it depends on the person, but a
Yeah.
lot of people like if they haven't worked on themselves and they don't know themselves, they're at one point in time they're gonna use that shit against you.
Mm.
And I don't like that.
Yep.
Because as soon as you do it, like it's clipped for you. Like we can't be friends no more. Because
Exactly.
now it just shows me that I can't trust you.
Yep.
And then it shows me like, yo, this is why you shouldn't open up and say anything to these people. But on the other side, it's like when you don't do that, so like a lot of my friends and family, they look at me as like, oh, very strong and like, oh, I don't get emotional and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the times that I do and I need somebody to talk to, I don't feel comfortable because I never allowed myself to open up to my friends.
Mhm.
And then when I go to them, they're kind of looking at me like I'm kind of crazy
Yeah.
because they're like, I'm not used to this.
Mhm.
So I don't know. With that being said, I'd rather just not open up at all. I'd rather just keep it to myself or like talk to, like maybe yeah, keep it to myself. I'll just talk to myself. That sounds crazy, but I'd rather just talk to myself about
You
it.
walk past Ty's apartment, you might hear a conversation going on between two people. It's just her.
But then again, I'm the type of person like, something happens, like I'll literally cry for like 2 seconds and I'm like over it.
Hmm.
So that's also why I don't feel like I need to talk to anybody
That's fair.
about it.
I think for myself, hold on, side note. Okay, I'll talk about myself after. Wow, that's not conceited, but I'll say my point. But I just want to say, and I don't think it's a red flag, but call it a whatever color flag you want. So obviously we've been friends for a really long time, and like we've been there for each other and like through ups and downs and different
Mm-hmm.
things in life. And you are like a very like stoic person. Like you're not overly emotional, especially when it comes to more like the lower things in terms of like sadness or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And there's been a couple times where you have opened up to me and you have like let me in and you've like expressed how you're feeling. And I think I've seen this girl cry literally a handful of times, and I can't even like fill up all 5 fingers. But like a little part of me, and this is why I say it might sound toxic, but it's not toxic. But a little part of me is just like I kind of get smile inside, like get warm and fuzzy because I'm like she trusts me, like she loves me, and it's obviously I hate see like I'll be honest. I remember one specific time you called me crying. Hearing you cry is one of the like the most heart-wrenching things ever. And especially since you don't do it often,
Yeah.
like it honestly breaks me. And like, listen, I'm definitely more emotional. Especially between us, I'm definitely more emotional. And like I'll be the first to admit it. And like so my ass can cry for anything. But like hearing you cry makes me cry. But at the same time, like I said, like it's just like a very small part of me is just kind of like, okay, like I'm so upset that you're upset. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, she trusts me.
No, that makes sense. I probably could say maybe there's like three people, like my little cousin, you, and then some other person.
Yeah. And that's just it. Like it's very, and because I know how guarded you are, like I said, like to me, I hold that like as if I just have like $1 billion lotto ticket in my hand in terms of like that's how high a value I put on you trusting me because I know that that doesn't come easy. And like there's people who I know that you've known longer than me. And I know there's people that you've whatever, like you know what I mean, you see more often because
Hmm.
obviously then you're sitting or whatever. And like they I assume probably haven't even seen all those sides of you.
They don't even know me.
But that's what I mean. So it's like for you to like when I have those moments, like I'll even like throw my boyfriend under the bus a little. But like he is very much like you. He's very stoic. He's very just happy go lucky and like he doesn't like you really don't ever see him down. Like he's just not that person. Um and I think I have seen him cry twice in our entire relationship. And mind you, I've known him for like years prior to us actually dating. And even of that, like his own family members, I don't think have seen him cry since he was like a child. And you know, like whatever, when you're a kid, like
Hmm.
you don't count that. But like this man doesn't show his emotions. And like again, he's the type of person like I see him cry and I'm instantly just like like ugly crying
Yeah,
like
'cause it's like, damn.
yeah. And again, to have somebody trust you with those type of emotions, it's like it's so like it's such a beautiful thing. And so also to know that there's bad mind people out there that want to take that and like use it against you, like
Hmm.
that the words I have for that alone. But because I've been on that side of things where like I've opened up and been vulnerable to people that took that as a sign of weakness and tried to use it against me, I feel like I hold like your vulnerability and like other people's vulnerability that much more sacred to me. You know what I mean? Like your business is not everyone else's business. So what you tell me, it stops right there. It doesn't go past that. And like I hold that with everybody. And I think that's why, like I always say, like, I don't know why people tell me things. I don't know why people talk to me and blah, 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 open up to me. And I mean, in some ways, it is a really great thing because I'm like, hey, I'm glad you trust me. But I think also, too, it's just because, like, I just, not that I don't care, but I was like, I don't care to share other people's business. Like, I gain nothing from that. But there are people that do. And it's sick and it's gross and it's twisted. And yeah, like, to then, I guess, again, come full circle, uh, with myself, like, I think that like it's now for me not an easy thing to do because I've been so scorned in the past by people who I thought I could trust and like they do me dirty. I'm now just like tight-lipped, like you know what? I don't need to say none. It's all good. Do you, I'll do me. Um and like I'll just I'll go talk to my therapist. Like I pay her for it. It's fine. She doesn't care. Like that's where I leave it if I really need to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there are very few people that I can truly be like open and vulnerable with. And it's sad that like you've had to experience that. I've had to, that anyone has to experience that because I agree with you. I feel like it's people that like aren't being honest with themselves or haven't worked on themselves and like they have their own trauma and hurt and whatever. And like I know we've both said this, but like hurt people hurt people. So like
Hmm.
that's probably the only grace I'll give them. And I was just it's just in the sense that it's like
None for me.
but I look at it as like, yeah, you got some issues inside, you got demons that you need to work through, and like I'm not gonna take that on. So that's kind of just where I leave it because also I'm not gonna waste my energy getting upset over you because you got your own demons to work through. You know what I mean? Like it just becomes a vicious cycle. So like for my own peace and clarity, I just am like that's all good. Like, I don't need to share that with you. Like, this is where I draw the line. And like, especially for new friends, I feel like that's why it's hard for me to open up and be vulnerable. Like, there's very few people that I've met that I'm like, yeah, like I can trust this person and that it's held true. They're out there, but it's very few. And I
Hmm.
find that I'm a slow burner in terms of like I'm very bubbly and social and like I want to like, you know, I'll chat with you, get to know you, but in terms of me to like truly open up to you about like this is me. You know what I mean? I was about to sing my High School
I
Musical
was
song.
I was literally thinking that in my head. I'm like, is this appropriate right now?
exactly where I'm supposed to be. But anyways,
And I'm like,
but yeah, no, I feel like for me, like, yeah, it takes a while now for me to kind of like open up, but it is what it is. That's just part of life. But I agree with you on that. Okay, I do have a second question though. I do want to ask you. Um, that kind of, their balance break question. So, what are three friendship boundaries? I don't know why I put up five hands. I meant three or five fingers. Three friendship boundaries that has brought you more peace since cutting off toxic people. So let me rephrase that.
yeah, I'm so confused. I feel
Okay.
like, why am I in school right now? Like, I feel like, wait, what?
Okay, so what are three things that you have learned that you are now like, hey, this is a boundary for me that you had to learn because of toxic people or like people in your past that you've had to cut off? So just think of those bad mind people that you've dealt with that you maybe thought were friends or thought were whatever, and they did you dirty in whatever realm. So what are three things that you now, if you can think of three things, or maybe it's just one thing, but like what are some boundaries that you now have put in place with kind of people going forward to be like, okay, because I don't want situation X to happen again, like this is a boundary I have. And like,
Okay, so one, I don't really, it's crazy. People, some people think I have a lot of friends. I don't really have a lot of friends.
yeah.
I haven't had a lot of friends that I've had to cut off. But the people them that I don't talk to no more, like two things that I've learned.
Hmm.
You can't expect them to, no, you can't expect, yeah, them to do you like you would do them.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned because I feel like I'm a really good person. I'm a really good friend.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like all these wonderful things that I would do for you.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, so hold on, you wouldn't do that? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But then I realized I'm like, all right, bro, like,
Not
I'm
everyone.
just, yeah, not everyone's just gonna do that.
Yeah.
And then another thing is like, I used to get excited about things.
Yeah.
I don't get excited about nothing no more because
Mm.
I get disappointed very easily.
Yeah.
People are so disappointing, and it's like I'd rather like not care. Like I have a very nonchalant attitude, and I feel like I was never always like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I mean, maybe I was like that, but it's just gotten so much more. It's like I'm like, all right, bro, it is what it is. Like
No expectations, no disappointments.
exactly. Like I just take you for. Oh, and then another thing. Actually, I do have three.
Nice.
Um, believe when they say it the first time, believe them, because that like the first time you say something,
Yeah.
that's how you really feel.
Yeah.
And it's like, believe them. Don't try to like make some next thing in your head. Just believe what they're saying because
Yeah.
what they're telling you the truth.
Yeah, people are showing you who they are. They might not even be saying it. Like actions speak louder than words. So like when they show you who they are, believe them. Don't try and like
Exactly.
try force this figment of your imagination as a reality.
What about you?
I think I agree with you on like all of those. Um, I think for me too, and a big boundary that I've set, and I've been doing really good on it. 2025 has been my year. My therapist is very proud of me. Has been just like advocating for myself and how I feel. Because I, for as long as I can remember, have always been a people pleaser in the sense of like, if I consider you a friend or just anybody in my circle in any way, shape, or possible, I want to make you happy. I like seeing the people in my life happy. So
Yeah.
like, I tend to go above and beyond, um, for people. And then there's unfortunately been people who that hasn't been reciprocated. So that kind of goes into as well, like, like no expectations, no disappointment. And as well, don't expect people to do for you as you would do for them. Um, but in the same breath too, like, and especially with, I would say with newer friendships, I kind of hold this true. Uh, like if I have an issue, I've been getting a lot better of just like addressing it sooner than later because like I am the queen of just like bottling thing or I was the
Yeah, you
queen.
did that still.
Yeah, of like bottling things up. I wouldn't say anything and then it would just like fester and fester and fester and then it would by time like it would take like the smallest thing, but then I'd blow up and I'm angry and I'm like it's all those like kept up emotions just spilling out. And then I'm sitting there bringing up shit that happened like 3, 4 years ago, and you're like, wait, what? And it's like what I should have said that little thing then, and it could have been squashed then. But again, because like I was in this people pleasing mood where I'm just like, well, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to get this person angry, or like I don't want to have a little minor inconvenience over something so silly. And it's like I've just learned that it's like, no, have those little conversations because it not only protects you, but it also just like saves you from so much headache.
Yeah.
Like when I think to a specific ex best friend, I'm sure you can think of that we were friends for like,
Shit, there's two that I'm thinking of.
oh shit. Okay, well the one that I was friends with for like 10 years.
Oh, okay.
The most recent, I guess like the more bigger one. But anyways, we're not gonna name drop here. Not trying to catch a case. But yeah, no. When I think back to that friend, I let a lot of shit slide. And so then, yeah, and not even slide, friggin' full on steamroll. And so then, when like, I guess our friendship kind of came to its peak of like ending, um, it's just like I had all these things kind of bottled up where I was like, shit, you know what? Like, I really should have just said all that in the moment. And honestly, that could have saved me a lot of headache and heartache because like, okay, boom, if I have an issue with you, like let's say you do something that I don't like, and you don't know that I don't like it, right? If I don't tell you, you're not a mind reader. So obviously, how are you going to know I don't like it?
Exactly.
Right? So it's like, and that's the thing. I just wouldn't say anything in the past. And then it's like, then I'm sitting here all pissed off and vexed. And it's like, you're sitting there being like, yo, why is this chick mad? And it's like, if I just communicated, things would have probably went a lot smoother. So that's something I've really instilled, especially in like relationships that are newer for me, but like, and I'm still instilling them in like current ones, but obviously like those issues just don't, they're a lot more far and few in between. Whereas like when you're starting out with someone new, like they really don't know you. So it's like, it's, you're going in blind, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, I've just gotten better and I just tell myself, I'm like, hey, if I don't like something, if something makes me feel a type of way, I'm not talking about like stupid little petty shit, but like if I'm sitting there still thinking about it, like 2 days later, like, damn, that still really fucking pissed me off, then
Yeah, you need to say something.
yeah, and then I just address it and I'm like, hey, look, I don't, and I always try to, again, my therapist would be proud of me. I try to address it in a way where I don't come like accusatory. I just say, look, I assume that you didn't mean it in this way, or like, I know you didn't mean it this way. I'm just letting you know because like I want our friendship to thrive and grow. I didn't appreciate XYZ, or like this hurt me. Can we not let that happen again? And so far, I've actually gotten a lot more success from doing that. And it's kind of been one of those things where it's like, okay, I tell you once, it's I'm not going to blame you because you didn't know. You know what I mean? Like we can move on from that. Now you see if you do it again after we've had this conversation, you're done because it's like now you actively know that this hurts me and then you're actively choosing to do it again. Yo, you don't care about me. Like there's no love there. You know what I mean? Like you're a bad mind person. So your bad mind self can go stay in not in my corner, but in another corner.
Not in Carrie's
Not in
corner.
Carrie's corner. But yeah, so I think that's one of the biggest boundaries I've learned. And again, alongside with all the other things that you've said as well, but for me, that's the biggest thing that I've really been pushing for myself this year, and it's really protected me, and it's just made my life so much more peaceful. And like,
That's good.
yeah. And I'm like you in the sense where I don't have a lot of friends. Like, I really can count the people that I consider like like close friends where I can actually open up to like on my one hand. And even then, there's some days where I'm like, "Are you really a friend?" And I mean, that's not great to say, but it's just part of life, you know what I mean? And
Definitely.
it throws me off because a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're very extroverted, blah blah." I like to think I'm both. I'm extroverted when I need to be, but like really and truly, I have my introverted ways where like I need my me time. I need my like solitude to like recharge and regroup. Otherwise, like I'm a menace. And I feel like friendships, especially as you get older as an adult, are again more further and like far and few in between. Like it's not as easy to make friends as it was when you're kids, you know what I mean? And so like yeah, I've just been really like the few friends that I do have or that I am kind of trying to grow those relationships, I'm trying to instill those boundaries sooner than later. So that way I'm not 10 years in or 15 years into a friendship and then I'm like, damn, this person's actually toxic as hell.
Yeah, I've seen people like, yeah, that
You
are
know,
in that situation.
yeah, and it's like, and then sometimes you want to give him a shake. Like I want to give myself a shake and be like, "Damn, bitch! Like, how did you not see?" Like hindsight is always 2020. Looking back, I'm
Crazy.
like, "Damn, how did I really put up with all that shit?" But it's like, And it's not to say that these people are bad people. It's just, you know what? We don't jive. And like they're just they're in a different like place in their life and I'm where I'm at and they're just not
Yeah,
yeah.
you've grown and they haven't, but you have grown a lot still because
Thanks. Again,
yeah.
I'm a therapist.
What was
And life.
crazy is like when ah, when you're saying like, oh, you would be like, oh, I'm fine, and then we don't know that you're mad. We knew, like I knew, like because you didn't act like you weren't mad.
And I have the worst poker face.
I'm
Like,
like, and I'm here like, yo, like what's wrong with you? Like you're acting like there's nothing wrong, and I'm like,
yo, funny that you say
you're
that.
like nothing's wrong,
When
and
I,
I'm like, okay, whatever.
when I was younger, sorry, like it's related to what you said. When I was younger, my mom, I'll never forget it. She'd always like, so let's say we're out doing something and something would happen and me and her get in our little spat, especially when I was like a preteen, and I'd be pissed. I'm vexed. But I'm trying to act like I'm not. Again, horrible poker face. And I'd
Like
sit
who
there.
were you fooling?
I know, honest to God though, I don't know who like listen, I know that now, but back then,
I'm like, I was like, what?
Delulu. And I never understood because she'd always be like, why do you have an attitude or why are you mad or whatever. I'd be like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. And then I'd sit back and be like, damn, like, how did she know I was mad? Like, I really was in full delusion, being like, how did she find out? And then
No.
one day, I just, like, I'm a very, like, I can be a very self aware person. Like, it sometimes takes me a while, but I get there. Anyways, one day I was just sitting there and same thing. Me and my mom got in like a little tiff. I'm mad at her, but we're out in public and she tells me to fix my face or she's like, I know you're mad. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I literally did like a full body like scan of myself. I'm like, hey, what's different about my face all of a sudden that's showing that I'm mad? And this is so stupid. But like when I'm angry, there's two things that I've learned that I do. I flare my nostrils and like I clench my jaw, but like my jaw goes forward. Like I don't know, it's weird. Like I can't do it now because I'm not mad, but I do these two things, but it just makes me look miserable, point blank. And yeah, no, and I mean, those were just some of the telltales. But point, like, I know that, like, I'm normally a very, like, happy go lucky person, bubbly, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. So obviously, when I'm not up here, it's very noticeable and very drastic. And it took me a long time to, like, understand that. Cause, like, again, I'd be like, people don't even, how do they know that I'm mad? And it's like, okay, bitch, like, let's be
I was like,
serious.
wow, this is crazy.
Yeah. Like, you went from, like, not even 100, like, you went from 200 to, like, 60. You don't think that's a noticeable drop. And don't be wrong, there are moments where like I'm quiet and I'm chill, but like I've now learned that it's like okay, me quiet chill is still very different than like me upset and pissed.
Yeah, but you're a lot better to be honest.
Yeah. And I just like I don't know, I just it's just easier to address it. Like I like peace, like I said. I don't want problems. Always. So it's just easier if I just address it and like
That's good.
yeah.
I'm happy to hear that.
We're growing, okay, it's 2025. We're all about progress. It's on an upward trajectory. But yeah, okay, so that concludes our balance break segment. Now we're gonna have some fun. Okay.
Okay.
So I have a little game for you. Okay.
Oh
It's
my
really
God.
short, it's really easy. Some of them are fill in the blanks. Some of them are tasks. Not like tasks, but like I'll make you do things. And some of them are just like picking your brain.
Okay.
Yeah, just really small, simple questions. Um, yeah, okay. So the first one is a fill in the blank. Okay.
Okay.
Blank is the celebrity you want as your other BFF.
Glorilla.
We were just bumping her in the car, so I was just like, I know she won't say that. Actually, I thought you might say sweetie though.
I was gonna say sweetie. That was the first one
No.
that came to my mind.
Yeah.
But then I was just like, nah, there's too much controversy with this girl. She finna take my nigga. Cause that's what
That's
she
my type.
does.
That's my
She
type.
be taking people's man,
That's
bro.
wild.
He don't want you though.
No, for real. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. And this is another fill in the blank, okay? Blank is my is your least favorite color. So like your least favorite color.
Maybe purple, like dark purple.
Interesting. Okay. Can I ask why? Is there like a reason? Or you just don't like it?
I feel no. Wait, no. I feel like I've been conditioned not to like this color.
They're getting in your brains.
Like black people, bro, like they'll just be like, "Oh, purple doesn't look good because it makes you look darker."
Mm. Now we're jumping in the colorism topic. We're
Got
not
it.
going that far, but yeah.
Yeah, like I think I've been brain. But to be honest, I like all colors. But if I had to think of my least, it'd be purple though. For real, for real.
Interestingly enough, and I just find it funny that you said that because like I just bought a pair of like purple gym shorts, but like I have like a light lilac purple and then I have like a dark purple, and I got excited because I have this like it's not an LA Lakers shirt, but it's like LA Lakers inspired. Shout out to Shein and their knockoffs, and it has dark purple in it, and I love matching my baggy t-shirts to like my shorts,
Hmm.
and so because it has a dark purple in it, usually I'll wear it with my orange shorts, but I was like, oh, it'd be cute to wear with my purple, and then I put it on and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, it's like too close to black, and I don't have a
yes.
lot of black clothes. Like my closet is very colorful, so that's also why.
Yeah. And I think for me that's odd because I love the color black,
Which
despite the fact that
I
I'm
would
not
think you would
wearing.
like purple, dark
You
purple.
would think so. Like I like it on other stuff, but it's like to wear it, I just realized I don't love it. Or if I am to wear it, I think because I paired it with like a black shirt. Because I also paired it
Mm.
with like a Raptors shirt that I have, and again Raptors colors like the red, the purple, and there's like some white and black in there, but it was just like too dark. But like because it wasn't the same, I don't know. It just
Yeah,
aesthetically, my brain just wasn't loving it. But I feel like if I maybe paired it with like a white top or like a gray, I would have no issue with it. But like when I put on those purple shorts with like the black top, I was like, okay, Barney, what's good? So yeah, I'm with you on that. Okay.
okay.
Next, a question. It's a spelling challenge.
Jesus.
Okay. Spell camaraderie.
Camaraderie, huh?
Camaraderie. Like, another word for friendship.
Camaraderie.
hmm
I'm glad you didn't ask me to spell it definitely. I don't even know where to start.
Sound it out.
Camarad. How do you say it?
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie.
And if I'm butchering it, don't blame
C
me.
O M.
Mm.
No, that's not. People are like, yo, this girl's dumb.
It's a hard word.
Camaraderie.
Honestly, I wouldn't be able to spell it. I can say it, but I can't spell it.
Oh, no.
Huh?
Yeah, Camar. Addy. Addy teach. Okay. I don't know. ADY.
Not this girl saying I had a teacher. Okay. It's a hard word. That's a big word for Elmo. Camaradie.
I. Yo. People say English is stupid.
It is. I can't
Camaraderie.
speak anything else,
I can't
but
even say that word to be honest.
it's a hard word. It's a big
Yeah,
word.
I can't
It's a
say
big
a lot of words.
word. Yo, me too. Okay. Next question. Who is your favorite Disney princess and why?
I know some of y'all are gonna think I'm gonna say Tiana, but she was a frog the entire time, bro.
Yeah, she wasn't a frog. Her man was a frog
No, she turned into a frog.
at the end,
No, she was
or like in the
no, she
middle.
was a frog literally 90% of the movie.
Okay, but she didn't start. That's not like she was like born a frog. She didn't come out of a freaking egg. Like okay, like a frog egg.
She was a frog 90% of the movie.
Just for that short amount of the movie. That movie is just a
90% of the
a
movie?
small bit of her life.
90% of the movie?
Okay, that's just the movie. But imagine her life before. I'm here giving these princesses a whole like
Nah.
identity. But okay. So who is it then?
Um, damn. I would probably who do I like? What are okay, so wait, there's Cinderella, there's Snow White.
Belle,
Oh, her, yeah.
Aurora,
Who?
Aurora,
Who's that?
Sleeping Beauty.
Okay.
Uh, the Tangled Princess. I'm just gonna start naming
She's
them.
an idiot.
Damn. Um, Ariel.
Oh, Ariel.
Fish
Okay.
Gale.
And what was the other one?
There's quite a few. Pocahontas, technically.
I feel like those people don't count. I feel like the only ones that count is Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, and Ariel. I feel like she doesn't even low key count. Okay, anyways,
Yeah.
I would probably be Cinderella.
Cinderella, Cinderella. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you like a forgetful bitch. We like that.
You know what?
She
What is
forgot her whole shoe.
No, she was running back.
Okay, but she forgot.
Okay, so the reason why I'd want to be Cinderella.
Not why you want to be her, just why she's your favorite.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, let me switch her actually. I'd want to be Snow White.
Okay. But the question isn't who you want to be, it's who's your favorite.
Oh. God. Okay,
That's how you hit Cinderella.
okay, my favorite is Snow White though, for real, for real.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, my favorite is Snow White.
okay. Like the short kings.
No, bro, no.
I'm kidding. Okay, okay, okay. Um, okay, and now what two Marvel characters should be best friends?
Oh, should be best
Mm.
friends? Um,
And it can be an existing pair or like ones that don't even, not that they don't know each other exists, but you know what I mean?
I would say, oh, this is good.
Oh,
I low-key just want to say like my one of my favorite ones.
go for it then.
Okay, Captain America, but the OG Captain America. I'm so sorry. Black Lives Matter, but like this new Captain America is not it.
He's Falcon. Stay Falcon.
Yeah, like
No, no tea, no shade. Just.
exactly. So I would say Captain America, the OG,
Mhm.
and Iron Man.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
It makes sense. And like their history, everything, it makes sense.
exactly. And I feel like Captain America would learn so much from Iron Man, and I feel like he's an upstanding superhero,
Yes,
and they would be good together.
I love that.
Yeah.
Last two segments. Okay, so this one is the power to the people. Okay, so I have reached out to my social media. Yes, I have used you guys without your knowledge, my Instagram peeps, and I asked a question. I got a poll response. I'm going to read the prompt. I'm going to tell you what the responses were, and
Mhm.
then kind of you give your take, okay? So I was at the gym and I said, if you were doing an exercise incorrectly or with poor form, potentially causing an injury, would you want someone to speak up and give you pointers or help? Or would you rather just eventually figure it out on your own? Okay, so the options were like, tell me, help me. So, like, speak up, or just let me take my L in peace. Just walk with grace. So 72% of people said that they'd want you to tell them. And the other 28% of people that responded said just let them take their L in peace.
Mhm.
And I think I had about like 100, 150 like responses. So it was a good number, good number. Um, so what would you want if you were in that situation? Like if you're doing an exercise.
Okay, am I in the situation now having knowledge or not having knowledge?
Now.
Okay, I feel like I'd want you to tell me,
Hmm.
but I feel like it would just depend who's telling me.
Fair.
Because I feel like when I'm at the gym, like there's so many people that have so many things to say,
Hmm.
and like especially men, yo, being a female at the gym, working out,
Yeah.
men always think they know so much more because they're guys.
Yeah.
And then they come and tell me stuff. Like I've had them come and tell me stuff and I'm just like, "Okay, like that's not how you do it."
Thank you.
And it's like also I'm actually a personal trainer. So it's
What are you saying?
like what are you telling me? But I feel like a lot of times people who would say no, like it's an ego thing. Like realistically answering this question, I'd want to say no
Mhm.
because out of like pride and stuff like that. But like if I'm doing it wrong and you actually have knowledge on like what I'm doing, yeah, tell me.
Yeah, I
But if you
agree.
don't, mind your business.
Now, what about when you're just starting out? Like, think about you when you were, because I know you've been an athlete basically your whole life, but like maybe a bit more green to like the like this kind of side of
Um,
fitness world.
I don't know. Maybe I think that it still stands. Like if you know what you're talking about, then tell me.
Yeah,
But if you don't, just mind your business.
and I agree. Like, I've had same thing. People come up to me at the gym. Unfortunately, mostly men. But coming up to me and giving me pointers or telling me XYZ on how their opinions on how things should be done. And there has been some where it's been super helpful. Like one of my old gym bros, he's an older guy and well, older than me. I'm not calling him old, but anyways, and I remember he really helped me with like my I don't even know what they're called, friggin' crossover cable pulls
Mm.
for like my back. And he really helped me actually be able to feel it better just by like some small pointers. And he didn't approach it in a way where he was like ho ho ho, like I know better, like I'm a man, let me mansplain it to you. Like he was just like, hey, like you're doing really great. And he's like, have you ever thought of like trying this? Like I think you'll feel better results and see better results. Um, So I think it depends on like how you approach it, and like
Yeah, that was a
also,
good approach, actually.
yeah, and also why are you approaching it? Like again, if you see me literally about to break my neck after doing something and I look like I don't know what I'm doing, okay, fine. Come say something. Because chances are I probably don't know what I'm doing. But I'm also imagining I'd probably be pretty green because like I've been going to the gym consistently for many years now. There's not much machines that I don't know how to use. There's not many like exercises I don't know how to do. Even if I don't personally like add them to my regular routine, I still know how to do them and how they should be done
Hmm.
correctly. Um, and so yeah, I think it's just like, yeah, kind of like, why are you approaching me? Or like, why are you coming to me about this? Like, is this an actual need? And like, yeah, I guess like the how. But I agree too that like my ego too would be like, no, don't say nothing to me. I know everything. But it's like, you know what I mean? Sometimes people
Yeah.
just have little tweaks that could help you. And it's no different than like if I'm willing to watch like a TikTok video or a YouTube video and some girls like, hey, ladies, like try this to like activate this more. Or like if you don't feel it this way, maybe try this little modification to help you feel it more. And it makes sense. Like it's not some foolishness, but like, it's little minor tweaks that can help
Yeah.
you. If I'm willing to seek a stranger on the internet and listen to them, and then there's somebody here who is coming with facts, and again, like you need to like what you're saying needs to make sense. um then yeah, like why shouldn't I be willing to?
Only if you're, only if you know what you're talking about. Other than that, just leave me alone.
True, because oh sorry.
Oh, no, no, no. I was gonna say, but like, if like roles reverse,
Yeah,
I'm not saying nothing to nobody.
that's how I am too.
Like, I mind my business. I don't even like asking people questions.
No, unless like if you come to me, absolutely I'll help
Yeah.
you. um and I mean like it would I don't even think because I guess the reason why I asked this was because I was at the gym and I saw these girls doing an exercise, and I don't know if they had seen me do it prior or if they just whatever decided they wanted to do it. Like I don't know,
Was
but
it today?
no, this was like when I
Okay.
posted this
Because
initially on my
there's
social media.
girls today working out, and I saw her do something, and I was like, I'm like, yo,
Okay, no, the same thing happened
let
again
me
today
mind my
too.
business, yo.
And I'll give the example of what happened today. But yeah, no, like it's because I was like, okay, do I go up to them and help them? Because like they literally were like doing something, and I was like, they are gonna throw their back out, and like it was just waiting to happen. And I was like, shit, like do I say something? And there's other people around that I could tell were kind of under the same mindset. But like I think we all kind of were like, hey, we don't want to be that like asshole that's like,
You're doing it wrong.
yeah. So like I just felt so conflicted because like you just never know how people are gonna take it. And you can be coming from the most well-intentioned place ever, but some people just they just
People
don't
are
want to hear it.
sensitive, yo.
Exactly. So yeah, I definitely stay away from that. But today, so when I was doing my good mornings, I love my good mornings. I do them all the time. But it took me many years to get to the level that I like the weight that I do them at. Um, but anyway, so I'm doing my good mornings, and then I don't know if you saw them or if this is the same situation, but there was a couple that came on the squat rack beside me, and then I saw the girl started doing good mornings, and at first she started doing the bar, and I'm like, that's normal, that's acceptable. Like it's only 45 pounds, like that's a safe weight to do it at, and also good practice, like to get balance and all that type of stuff. But then like I had my noise canceling on, but I could still kind of technically hear. And so whatever, she's bending forward, and like without just getting too much into it, like things that you have to be keep in mind when you're doing good mornings is you need to brace your core the entire time. And the purpose isn't for you to reach a 90-degree table or 90-degree angle like you're a table. Like you're simply just going to feel the glute and hamstring activation, which doesn't require you all the time to reach that degree. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Um Anyways, there's a whole lot of aspects that go into it, which is why good mornings aren't like the best beginner friendly workout, I would say. Anyways, so this girl, she's doing it, and her boyfriend just kept saying, lower, lower, you're not straight yet, lower. And I'm sitting there and I could hear this over my headphones. And I listen to my music loud, and I'm sitting there and I was like, and like I try not to also like gawk or like look at people, but like I can see her in my peripheral and I can tell what she's doing. And I'm like,
Lower, lower.
yeah, and I'm sitting there and I'm just like at first she just had the bar though, so I was like, okay, it's not too detrimental, like still low key, like what are you doing? And so anyways, I'm still minding my business. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Then I see that they add weight, and so she, so she puts on. I'm not laughing at her weight. I'm just laughing at what they're doing. I'm not even laughing at what they're doing. I'm just, anyways. So she puts on 10 pounds. Okay, so now she's at 55. Okay, cool, whatever. Add some weight, and then what they were doing is they were swapping out. So like he'd add a plate, take off the plate, whatever, and because he was squatting. But like every time he just kept telling her like, you need to go lower, you need to go lower, come on, you can do it. And I'm just like, this girl's about to throw her back out because her
And the bar's gonna roll and hit the back of her head.
exactly. And like her neck is like cocked up like this. So like already her spine at the top is like arched like this. Her back is arched and her butt is stuck in out. Like literally scoliosis. I am telling you right then and there.
That's why I don't do good mornings.
Because it's a hard thing to do. Like even for myself, there's times where I catch myself like if I'm not fully locked into my workout, I have totally injured myself doing good mornings because like there's just so much stupid little intricacies that you have to like think about. So like yeah, but point being is I saw that and I was like, oh no. And then I had another situation where I was at work and God bless him, amazing guy, super lovely, but he saw me doing good mornings. I don't know if he thought I was squatting or like that I was trying to squat, but he went and told one of my coworkers because he didn't want to tell me. He's like, "Oh yeah, can you let Carrie know that like she's not squatting properly?" And then like and everyone knows me, knows I don't like to squat. So then they were like, "Yo, were you squatting at the gym the other day?" And I was like, "No, I don't squat, the hell." And they're like, "Oh, well, so and so said to tell you that you're not squatting properly."
That's why you need to mind your freaking business,
I'm
bro.
telling you, and I was just like, "Bro, I was doing good mornings." And they were like, "I thought that's what you were doing, but he insisted you were trying to squat." And I'm like, I understand the mechanisms of a squat, but whatever. And it's kind of just like that mindset of, yeah, like mind your business. But
Yeah, because I'm side eyeing you. Like, mind your business.
yeah, you know what I mean? So those are both situations where it's like one situation where it's like you should have minded your business and not spoken up. But then there's another situation where it's like I probably should have spoken up, but I didn't. But like, whatever.
I'm all for minding your business.
I know, team mind your damn business. But yeah, okay. So the last segment I have, it's something that we do for every podcast, and it is called my confidence catalyst. So it's where there's a word, okay, and it's pertaining to whatever topic that we had for our podcast. And it's just something that you kind of just keep in mind, just kind of think about, you know what I mean? And like just add to your vocabulary. So our confidence catalyst for this episode is philia. And it's a Greek term. It's a word for love because in the Greek language, they have multiple words for love.
Hmm.
And so for this one, it can mean love between equals, love connected with the mind, and love between people who have shared hard times. So it's love for your friends. Um, and so like I really thought that was beautiful because obviously you're my best friend. And I looked at it and I was just like, yeah, like it's love for people that are like connected to the mind, people who've been through hard times with each other and like, you know, like we've gone through the trenches and we've gotten back out and like it's just people who truly just love each other mutually, you know what I mean? And like not on some different things. And others we're not throwing shade, but it's just
Fugazi shit.
yeah, we're just at the end of the day, like we just genuinely love each other, you know what I mean? So Philia,
Philia.
that's my confidence catalyst for this episode.
Period.
So, Ty, thank you so much for being on my podcast. This was
Thank you for
amazing.
having me.
Absolutely. Drive yourself up here anytime you want.
No, I want to be back.
Okay, good, because I have so much more that I'd love to dive into. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. Definitely a like, comment, subscribe, follow. Let me know if there's things that you want me to talk about. Let me know things you liked. Gently let me know things that you disliked because I'm a sensitive Sally.
Message me
Yeah,
instead.
message her, tell her what you think, and she'll, you know, she'll filter it out for me. But yeah, I will link all of her socials. I'm gonna link her business social. Ty has her own podcast coming out. Guys, this girl
Oh
I'm
my
telling you is worldwide,
god.
okay? She is in everything and she is so entertaining. Like, we love to see it. So any chance you can get to watch her, follow her, keep up with her life, do it. You're not missing out. Like the CEO of COE. Content over everything. Okay. So Ty, thank you so much for coming on. I love you so much.
I love you
And
too.
like always, guys, we will talk soon. Thank you for joining me in my corner. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.